You keep saying you're lost. That you don't know what you want anymore. That you don't feel like yourself. That nothing feels real. You stare at your calendar, your job, your reflection, and wonder who signed you up for this version of life. You're not failing. You're not falling apart. You're just floating through something that looks like living, but doesn't feel like yours. Maybe the problem isn't that you're lost. Maybe the problem is that you're living a life that never actually belonged to you. A life that was stitched together from other people's expectations. A life that started with, be good, make us proud, don't disappoint, don't make things complicated. A life shaped by what your parents wanted, what society applauded, what your past self chose. When they didn't know any better, you followed the script, went to school, chose a stable career, settled down, kept it all presentable, but somewhere along the way, you lost the sound of your own voice. And now, there's a quiet ache that asks, what if this isn't actually my life? It's not that you don't love your people. It's not that you're ungrateful. It's not that you're broken. It's just that you've been wearing a costume for so long, that even when the show ends, you don't know how to take it off. You say you feel disconnected. But disconnected from what? From your work, your relationships, your daily routines? No, you're disconnected from yourself, from the one you buried. In order to be accepted, to be safe, to be good. And now, that buried self is whispering. Not loudly, not in panic, just enough to disturb your sleep. To make you stare at the ceiling at 2 a.m. To make you feel out of place in rooms that once felt like home. You're not lost. You're misaligned. Like a soul living under the wrong name. A heart beating to a rhythm that was taught, not chosen. Maybe you were never meant to want what you have. Maybe success was someone else's definition. Maybe normal always felt tight on your skin. And maybe, just maybe, you're allowed to choose again. You're allowed to say, this isn't working for me anymore. Even if it looks fine on paper. Even if others don't understand. Even if it means starting over. Because starting over isn't failure. Staying stuck in a life that's slowly eroding your soul is. You don't have to burn everything down. You just have to stop pretending this is enough. Start small. Ask questions that scare you. What do I actually want? If no one else's opinion mattered, what would I choose? What parts of my life feel borrowed or forced? Then, listen, not to what's loud, but to what's honest. You might find that your real life, the one that fits, is quieter, less impressive, but deeply, profoundly yours. And that's the kind of life that heals you. Not the one that looks good from the outside, but the one that feels true from the inside. So maybe you're not lost. Maybe you're just remembering that you were never meant to live someone else's dream. Maybe what you need isn't a new plan, but permission to come back to yourself.